Should you take medication during your Kundalini awakening? The answer is it depends on whether you can handle it or not. If you can handle it without the medication, then don't take it. But if it's so severe that you're not capable of doing anything and you're having suicidal thoughts, then yes, take it. I can tell you from my story that the first 2.5 years I didn't take any, and I tried to manage somehow. I didn't have any knowledge about the Kundalini, and it just was extreme. Then on the third year, I took medications, antidepressants for 3 months. So what I noticed when I took the medication is that the Kundalini is brought back to the root chakra, but you still experience severe anxiety, but it comes in waves. However, in the beginning, you feel a lot better. You finally feel like a human again. Now, antidepressants is very different for each and every one. It did work for me. However, I will still say that I was not healed and wasn't like, oh, I've returned back to what I used to be before my awakening. A mistake I made that I want to tell you, don't do this, is that in the beginning I did feel better, but I focused on restoring my life, everything that I lost during the time I was going through the awakening, not realizing that after a few months the intensity of the Kundalini is going to increase again because it's the Spirit of God. No medication can overcome the Spirit of God. So during this time, you don't want to focus on going back into society and restoring everything you lost. So during this time, as you feel a little bit better, you have to realize that the reason you felt so horrible before was because you had a lot of trauma and past karma that was coming up. So what you want to do during the time you feel a little bit like a human again is to every single day work a little bit on your internal state, face it during the time you feel a little bit better, so that when the Kundalini comes back again, it won't be as intense. During this time, also take the opportunity to learn different tools to balance out the Kundalini, because this is the time that you actually should have the space to learn everything about the Kundalini. Also during this time, don't make the mistake where you go out and build relationships with people or create new scenarios in your life, a new job, a new lifestyle, because when you're on medication, you're not in alignment with the Spirit, and everything that the Spirit doesn't have for you will fall apart. So I went into a relationship during this time, and as soon as I stopped taking the medication, the Spirit came back and the relationship just fell apart. And the reason was I couldn't stand the person any longer, because you are not you, and you are not making the decisions that you would make without the medication. And so don't start creating external circumstances, but if you're taking the medication, turn within and try to heal as much as possible during the time you start feeling like a human again. I know men struggle a lot to seek help when it comes to these things, but I would encourage you to take the medication if you really feel like you need it. Don't turn to cigarettes or other drugs, because in the long run you do end up harming your respiratory system, and it won't reverse. But with the antidepressants, it reverses, but not just that. I feel like I never took it because I've managed to improve my health so much that I've never felt better ever in my life.